Hello everyone, it's Maria Russell here with you today, and I am back for Not Too Shabby. I'm going to give you more inspiration today using components from the November box. This is the Hello Winter stamp set, and you've seen this on my previous video. And I'm also going to use images from the Winter Wishes stamp set, some of the critters there that I've already colored. I'm also going to use the Sparkly Winter and the Arctic Winter paper pads, and I love these paper pads so much, so it was kind of like upsetting for me to actually use the paper pad because I just want to hoard them. I really love the images on this paper pad. So I've already colored the images, and these are just leftovers from the video previously. I'm also going to use these photo frames die set. That's an older Lawn Fawn die set, and this tag die by Cat Scrappiness, and I'm going to use the second of the largest die. So let's get started with the first card. I was debating here whether I will be using the purple side or the white side, but I decided to use the purple. I've die cut the piece of that pattern paper using a die from my stash from LDRS Creative. And the colored images have already been die cut, so I also die cut the frames with red and blue cardstock. So now I'm just adhering a little bit of the red cardstock just to give it a little bit of dimension with the colors, and I wanted to mat the first card with the red cardstock, and just to match all the colors together to make them look more cohesive. So I'm just going to adhere the images now on the picture frame, and I just cut off the excess, and that's what I'll be doing for the other two images, and just adhering them and then using my scissors to cut off the excess. And then I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the picture frame to adhere to the focal panel. I wanted to add dimension to the images because this is such a simple card. I was debating actually whether I was going to make a scene card, but then I decided to use the picture frames instead because sometimes it's really tiring, or some of you don't really like scene cards. I know that, so I thought I'd give you some other options for card designs today. So use whatever you have in your stash like I did here. This is an older Lawn Fawn die set, and I really love how this one turned out. So I'm just adhering the last pieces for the picture frame here, and then we are going to adhere this piece, this focal panel, on a little bit of a blue cardstock just to match all the colors together and make it more cohesive, and then we will be adhering that on an A2 size note card. The last thing to do is to adhere the sentiment that I heat set using my heating tool, and this is the first card. Isn't that really cute? I love how it turned out. So for the second project, I'm going to use the other pattern paper from the Arctic Winter paper pad, and I was trying to save some pattern paper here, so I just used one sheet to die cut 3 of them, just part of them, and then adhering that on another piece of the tag there that I die cut using some white cardstock. So we're just going to create a little bit of a scene here, so with the snowbanks, and then we will be adhering the critters. And I also colored those trees previously, so I just wanted to add them to my scene here, and just adhering everything with liquid glue to make things easier. This does not have any dimension because they're just little tags that I will be using for Christmas. So I've also stamped and heat set the sentiment on some red cardstock with some white embossing powder, and I'm just going to adhere them also with liquid glue. And then we will be adding some ribbon to these tags. I have this big roll of seam binding that matches the sentiment on the tag. So I'm just going to cut 3 of those and then add some fun jingle bells to these tags. I really love the added whimsical touch of the jingle bells. I love how they sound, and I think it's really festive. And of course, Christmas should be festive, and I love the sound of the jingle bells. I think they turned out okay. So the last thing to do is just to adhere some snowflake die cuts that I already have as well from my stash. I keep those things somewhere inside a jar so that if I need them in the future, I'll just go through that jar and just add it to my projects. So here are the tags today and the Christmas card that we created using components from the November box. There are only a few boxes left, so if you want them, you need to grab them now before they sell out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you like the projects, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and it helps my channel. And click the notification bell to be notified of new content from this channel. Thank you again today for stopping by, and happy crafting!